Hello everyone, my name is Paul Third, and if you're watching this channel, then you're part of my community. And if you're part of my community and you watch me, then most likely you buy way too many plugins, you use way too many plugins, and you're probably still unconvinced of your mixing skills to the point where you feel that you need to continue watching YouTube so you don't miss out on all of the new plugin releases, because you need to keep an eye on all these new plugin releases, because you need the plugins that are going to make your mixes sound even better. But what if I was to tell you that you don't need to scour the internet, and you don't need to buy as many plugins as you do?
Rubbish! I need to keep buying plugins, it's the only way you get better. Like CLA uses this, now this engineer uses that, Spike Stent uses that, Serban uses that apparently. I need every plugin. How do you expect me to become a better mixer when I don't have all the tools that everybody else has?
And that is the main reason why you buy too many plugins. All it takes is for you to sit back and think about the tools that you've got and try and get the most out of your tools. So for example, right, you could be mixing records and you could be like, right, I'm not happy with my bass compression, right? I'm happy kind of with everything else, but I'm using this plugin and sometimes I like it and sometimes I don't. What you need to do is you need to identify what it is that you don't like about that bass compression. And honestly, right, there's that many plugins out there, you will get to a point where somebody will say something, somebody will mention or you will read something about a certain compressor and a light bulb will go on and you'll think, I need to try that out. If it doesn't have it, you move on. And if you just keep on focusing your attention to that thing that you're missing in your bass compression, you'll eventually find a bass compressor. Could be a plugin, could be gear, could be, I don't know, could just be a technique. You will find the solution to the problem that you've got. I think many of you have the same, and I've been there, many of you have the same mindset when a new plugin comes out.
Oh my god, I could use it on guitar, I could use it on bass, I could use it on kick, I could use it on snare, I could replace this, I wonder if it's better than this, I wonder if it's better than that. I mean, I've already got 6 Pultecs, but maybe this could be the Pultec of my dreams.
What you're doing is you're allowing the marketing to distract you. Don't think about what type of tool you need to use. If, for example, it's a guitar and you're like, oh, it needs a bit of bite. For example, like CLA, right? We'll say CLA is always talking about bark and bite. Yeah, this guitar needs a bit of bark, it needs a bit of bite. And if he's talking about bite, normally he'll say 8K on the SSL. Now, the reason that he uses 8K on the SSL is because it's fucking right in front of him. He's not sitting there thinking,
oh, should I use the API? Oh, should I use a Neve? Oh, should I use a Manly?
No, he just goes to the fucking console and just boosts 8K and then uses his ears and dials to test, and then he moves on. What I've found firsthand and from all of my mentors is that the quicker you mix, the better you mix. Obviously that comes with experience, but it's all about fresh ears and it's all about hearing a problem and knowing how to troubleshoot very quickly and knowing which tool to use. So if it's an 8K boost, just get the first EQ that you can find. Sometimes you might sit there and go, oh, well, I quite like the sound of an API or whatever. Right, get the fucking API out, boost it. Does it sound good? Yeah, I think that sounds alright. Move on. Don't overanalyze it. Don't think, oh, maybe I should do it with an SSL. Maybe I should get FabFilter out on it and look at not fucking the boost. Maybe I need to do a narrower EQ. What you'll find is that when you focus on something in mixing and you overanalyze it, that's all you're going to hear. Listen to a mix and just think about, right, I want to like understand just the bass sound of this track. Just listen to the bass sound. Listen to the track 3 times and just listen to the bass. I'll guarantee you there could be probably like really horrible like sibilants, or there could be a snare sound that sounds terrible, or there's mistakes in that track. If you focus on that bass guitar, you won't hear it. You won't hear it because your brain is focused. You need to stop overanalyzing everything. Just use your ears, fix the problem and move on, right? And move on and work fast. Because at the end of the day, your artist doesn't know which type of Pultec you used. They don't know what type of API you used. They don't know what fucking 1073 clone that you use. They don't know. All they can hear is how you changed their rough. All they could hear is the mixing decisions that you made. If you made the guitar brighter, all they're going to hear is that you made the guitar brighter. They're not going to sit there and go,
That was quite a wide bell at 8K you did there. I maybe would have went with a narrower bell at 8K.
It's not going to happen. And, you know, the plugin developers feed into that. They feed into that insecurity. They feed into that, you know, psychological fucking benefit that they've got, that mindset that you could be stuck in where you're just constantly second guessing yourself. And, you know, when you have people like me that will sit there and go,
Well, I want to know if the API is closer to the hardware. I want to know what the best API is. I want to know which one I prefer. I want to know.
I've been part of the problem. And I'm going to admit right now I've been part of the problem, but I want to be less of the problem, which is why I made this video, to give you an idea that if you kind of change your mindset and how you view plugins, and you only look for plugins that are going to fix a problem that you've got in your mixing. It could even be workflow, right? It could be, you know, you really like the sound of a plugin, but it takes you ages to dial it in. You don't like the GUI. You find you take fucking way too long to get the sound. Basically, from A to B, it takes you too long. Well, there could be a plugin that gets you the sound quicker because it's got better workflow. It might not sound, you know, maybe it might be like 90% of the sound, but it does it in half the time, which actually means that, you know, you could move on, make quicker mixing decisions, and actually it impacts the full mix because you're not sitting fucking over-analysing this one part of a mix that's going to annoy you. There are certain things that I do believe that you need to over-analyse, but only because it gives you an understanding of why things may not sound right to you. I am that guy that I genuinely won't buy a plugin if it's fucking super bad at aliasing and it's got no oversampling. I'm not going to touch it because my preference is I hate fucking aliasing, audible aliasing, right? If it's got audible aliasing in it, then I don't even fucking bother looking at it. I don't give myself the mental torture of going,
I need to add a little bit of air. Loads of people said they like this plugin, but alias is like an absolute bitch.
I just take the guesswork out. I just go, right, I don't like aliasing, then I won't. Who gives a shit? I don't care. And I'm not saying like to stop experimenting to like find the right tool for you. You know, at the end of the day, you know, our tools are very, very important. In the same way that a very good tradesman is very dependent on his tools. Obviously, he's got the experience to do the job. He knows how to do it. But good tools can really make the job a quicker job, and sometimes could leave a neater finish as well. So, like, don't stop experimenting. And I'm just telling you to kind of try and like narrow that experimentation into what you actually need. Not what people are telling you need, not things that you want, right? Plugins aren't fucking Pokemon cards, right? They're tools. They're tools to be used to fix problems and mixes. Yes, I know mixing is more than that, and there's creative things. Yes, I know we want to create depth and width, and we want things to sound great and cool a lot of the time. But a big part of mixing is fixing problems. And a lot of the times you might just need to separate that mindset. So you've got, I'm looking for a tool that's going to be a problem solver. It's going to make my life easier, right? I want a go-to plugin that I can go to and it fixes that problem, and I feel better that I can mix this specific element in different ways and I know what to go to. And then you can separate that and have like, right, okay, I'm not looking for a fixing tool, right? I'm looking for a creative tool. I'm looking for a tool that's going to create certain effects and allow me to get the sound that I have in my head quicker and more effective. You know what I mean? I'm not saying don't experiment. I'm not saying don't buy plugins. Just have a good mindset and think about what you actually need. Not what you want, what you need. If you've got anything in the comments about this, again, if you've kind of went through similar situations, if you have feedback on or opinions on what I've said, or again, you kind of, any of this resonates with you, or you have any advice for anybody that's starting out, or just fucking comment down below. Engage. Don't be afraid to start discussions and be open with everything. This is our community at the end of the day. I genuinely do want people to buy less plugins, and I genuinely want you to only buy the plugins that you need, that will actually make your mixing easier, and you'll be happy with your sound and you'll feel content in your own mixing. Right, if you've liked the video, like the video. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.